Hello, hello, Dana Wilde here, and welcome to the show. I'm so excited to talk today because we're talking about productivity. And I think this is probably one of the single most things that sets me apart from what I'm kind of affectionately terming the motivation guys, right? You know those guys, right? All those motivation guys are out there like hustle, hustle, performance, time chunk, time block, all of this stuff that's, a lot of that's effective, right? I'm not going to discount that, putting like tasks together might be a feel good for you or it might work. But the difference that I want to talk about today is that what nobody seems to be talking about, what they fail to mention, is that everything begins with your thought. Everything begins with your mind. This is such a key core philosophy with the Train Your Brain world and the Train Your Brain sandbox that I want to address it today, and that I want to help you get fired up so you have the single most productive day you've had this year, this decade. Let's shoot for the moon, shall we? Okay, so if you want to learn more about these ideas, by the way, you can go to danaclass.com. danaclass.com, and you'll really start to understand the Train Your Brain philosophy and why we're all so darn happy here in the Train Your Brain sandbox and why we get so much done and why we make so much money. So let's talk about this idea of everything beginning with thought. If you are sitting somewhere on a chair or in a car, look around the room, look at the very seat you're sitting on, and realize that everything in our human-made world begins with thought. Somebody had to think about making that chair. They had to design it. They had to, send the designs to a factory. It had to get done, or handcraft it, depending on the kind of chair you're in. Every single thing, when you look around your room or your car, wherever you are, all of the human-made world begins with thought. Same with the action you take in your world and in your life. You might say, well, I get fired up when I listen to music, but you had to have the thought to turn on the iPod to listen to the music. Or you might say, it makes me feel good to be in nature. I take action to feel good. But you had to have the thought to take the action. So any way you look at it, it all begins with thought. And this is why this is so important, the work that we're all doing together here in the Train Your Brain sandbox, because when you think better thoughts, when you become a master brain trainer, you have a better life, you get better results, you take better action, you have more fun, you make more money, all of those things, because everything begins with thought, all of it. So let's talk about productivity, and let's bring this around to productivity, because I know for myself, I have a personal goal of continually doing what I would call working less, and yet at the same time I want to make more. And so how does that happen? How does that happen if, most of our world would say, if you listen to people out there, they are saying things like, even experts are saying things like, I'm choosing to only make this amount because I also want to have a good life. And I would like to say you can have both. You can have a good life, you can have hobbies, you can spend time with family, you can spend time with friends, you can have meaningful work, and you can make as much money as you want to, because it all begins with thought. It all begins with thought. Mindset matters most. And this is the thing that if you see something in your world that is not exactly as you like it to be, this is the really fun and exciting part about being a brain trainer, is that you start to realize, like, oh my gosh, if everything begins with thought, and if this thing is in my world and it's not exactly as I want it to be, then I can think about it differently and I will get a different result, and it will shift and it will change. So I'm going to tell you how it is that I'm able to work less and make more, because I realized that the most important thing I can do, I'm going to give you the formula that I use, and then I'm going to talk about some kind of other tips and hints that help you make money even while you're doing things that you wouldn't consider quote unquote work, okay? So nearly every day, if not every day, when I start my day, besides the fact of like taking a little moment to linger before I get out of bed and remind myself like how awesome it is to be alive and to be able to get up and have a great day. Like I always take a moment just to remind myself like, okay, this first 60 seconds is like the most important part of the day. I want to feel really good before my feet hit the floor. 60 to 120 seconds. Then I do that. Then as I ease into my day, once I start to realize like, okay, I'm going to sit down and do the stuff that people would call work, here's what I say. And you can use this right now, okay? I hope it doesn't make you leave the show because you're going to get excited when I tell you this. And you're going to be like, okay, well, we'll just do it, okay? So what I do is I immediately start saying to myself over and over in my mind, it's going to be a great day. I can just feel it. It's going to be a productive day. I'm going to get stuff done. I can already feel it. I'm already starting to get the energy. I can tell that I'm acting from the right place. It's so exciting. Like, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. This is going to be so exciting. I feel so productive. I feel so focused. This is going to be so easy. I love how easy this is going to be. It's going to be so fun. I love sitting down and being in this energy mode, this place, because I know that stuff happens when I feel like this, and I can tell this is going to be such a productive day. All right? Literally 30 to 60 seconds of that before I actually start. That's it. If you do that, you will start to have productive days and you'll start to shift and you'll start to feel good. And it's easy. It is that easy. Why? Because everything begins with thought. We have to start understanding that you have to be a proactive thinker in your own head if you want different results. I actually just had a case recently where somebody was talking and they were saying they were waiting for the energy to shift around something before they took action. And it was somebody who I didn't think was necessarily open at the moment, in that particular moment. It was a master brain trader, somebody who really knows better, right? But in that particular moment, maybe wasn't ready to hear me say, you know, everything begins with thought. Right? But here's the thing. It does begin with thought. And you can't expect, you can try it for yourself. Try it for yourself to sit at home and just go like, I don't have much energy. I don't really feel like doing that. I'm not really in the mood. I guess I'll do it when I get in the mood. Like, say 6 sentences like that and feel your body rebel. Feel your mind rebel. Feel every bone in your body say, yeah, let's go take a nap. Right? On the other hand, say to yourself over and over and over again, today's going to be a great day. I feel like I've got energy. I'm so ready to do this. This is going to feel so good. I can feel the productivity happening. My time is right now. This is going to be exciting. I love that feeling at the end of a day when you've gotten so much done. Oh my gosh, I can hardly wait because I know like I'm going to get to the end of this day and I'm going to be like, wow, this was such an awesome day. And I can feel it happening already. It's almost like it's already happened in my mind and I can't wait to jump in. Instead, if you say those 10 sentences, boom, watch what happens, okay? All right. So here's the thing. If you want to learn more about this, about the Train Your Brain Way, about feeling good, about making money from feeling good, check out danaclass.com. Go get signed up, and it will tell you everything you need to know to start having a better life, build your business, build your following, all that good stuff. Sit tight because I'm on Facebook at the moment. That's where our studio audience is. So I'm going to take a quick break and check in with the peeps over here on Facebook. You can get notified when I'm live at danawilde.com/update. danawilde.com/update. And I'm going to go just visit. It's fun to be part of the audience. You know, whether you're here with me alone or we've got a guest, you get to kind of give your 2 cents. I like your thoughts. I want to hear. That's why we call this a sandbox, because we like just hanging out and checking it out. All right, so sit tight and I'll be back in 90 seconds. I've got one more juicy tidbit for you before I send you on your way to a very productive day. Be right back. Hello, and welcome back to the show. This is Dana Wilde, and it's so good to be here, and we're having so much fun chatting in the sandbox because everybody knows when you think good thoughts, when you say good sentences, when you bring your best self intentionally into this moment, what happens is you feel better. When you feel better, you want to take action. You want to take positive action. You take better action because you feel good. So you meet with better success. You get better results because you're bringing a better you to the equation. So it's all so fun. And we know that in the Train Your Brain Sandbox, don't we? If you want to learn more about this, remember you can go to danaclass.com and join us. Become part of our sandbox. We'd love to have you over here. So here's the thing. Here's a few pieces that I want to give you on this, because I think sometimes we equate productivity with only action. Now, as brain trainers, we like to take what's known as intentional action. And so intentional action is the action you take after you've emotionally, intentionally moved yourself to a positive, happy place, because you're going to get more done in a shorter time, and you're going to have a better time doing it. So if you're feeling like frustrated or down or hungry, or you need a nap, or you're kind of like, trudging along, it's almost like the clock just slows down, and it seems like no matter what you do, you can't get anything to work. It's not happening. But when you intentionally do a little rant like I talked about earlier, where it's like, I feel good, I'm productive, I'm happy, I'm ready to go, here I go, I'm going to get stuff done, it's going to be fun. Now when you actually sit down to do quote unquote work, you get more done, right? So intentional action, fantastic. But here's the piece. Here's the piece that I think is really important as brain trainers to know. We think the only way, or by we I mean the culture, thinks the only way that you can be productive is through actually taking action or intentional action. And what I'd like to suggest to you is that as brain trainers, what we're learning is that actually I'm productive, I'm getting stuff done, even when I'm doing things that don't relate to work. And it's great if they're really uber nice things, like I'm getting a massage, right? Or I'm at the spa, or I'm working out. But it might even be while you're cleaning your kitchen, while you're playing with the kids, while you're fixing the car. All of those things that are not part of our quote unquote work, those can also be productive times. And you might say, what? How can that work? How can I be productive when I'm cleaning my kitchen or fixing the car or playing with the cats or taking a walk? If you are thinking productive thoughts, if you are thinking allowing thoughts, if you are thinking expectant thoughts, if you are thinking happy thoughts, if you are allowing your brain to expand and receive the good idea. The reason that most people feel like they're not productive is they're equating that to build their business, they have to have only this amount of time that they're actually sitting down in front of a computer, or they're actually with a client, or they're actually working on a marketing campaign as their opportunity to make money. But when you start to realize that money doesn't come from that action you're taking in your business, money comes from your expectation. Money comes from your feeling good. Money comes from how you show up in the world. Money comes from how you think. Now suddenly everything you do becomes a productive act based on how you think, based on what you say about it. If you're playing with your kids and you're thinking like, oh man, I really should be finishing that campaign right now. I should be working on my content for my live stream. I should be writing my next blog. You're not making any money, and you're not having any fun, and you're not enjoying that moment. But if you're thinking when you're playing with your kids, this is so awesome because now I'm freeing my mind, and I know during these times when I'm fully present, enjoying this time with my kids, these are the times when money just comes to me in interesting and new ways, and I'm open to all of it. I love how it comes. I love receiving the good idea. I love how money flows to me in new and interesting ways. Now you're making money no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're doing. So that's the ticket. The ticket is feel good when you work, feel good when you play, feel good when you rest, feel expectant when you work, feel expectant when you play, feel expectant when you rest. Allow more of it. This is how you get paid for being happy, and you make money by being you. That's how you do it. Easy peasy. This is the Train Your Brain way. And now, It's time. It's time for me to say goodbye because you know what? Today's going to be a great day. You are going to go out. You're going to have an awesome day. I bet you can't wait to get started. I bet you can't wait to get moving. I hope you join me over at danaclass.com to learn more. For those of you that are live in our studio audience, please tag people that you think need to hear this because, you know, together, when we play together, it becomes so much easier and you want to go out in the world and be your best self, and you can start that right now. See you soon. Bye, everybody. Mwah. See you soon.